knowing your customer, 100% critical. Knowing yourself, I mean, more people spend more time designing their grocery list than they do their life. Okay? So if we just spend a little bit of time designing our life, what is our life designed like? Everything would be different. I mean, people's lives would be impacted on a global scale because there's a lot more intention behind that. Let me tell you a story. So when I started my third or fourth company, it was an advertising agency, it was a local agency, and it was fun. I was extremely passionate about it. I worked 80 hours a week. You know, we had a large team of like 30 creatives, copywriters, salespeople. I mean, it was an over-the-top facility and a really cool company. But what I realized shortly after, about a year after I was really in the thick of it, is that I had become a slave to my own idea because I didn't really get clear on what I wanted out of it. I thought that it was a vehicle for generating money, for generating income, and it was just going to meet my financial goals. Well, you know, we talk about sacrifices. There are some things I didn't want to fully sacrifice. You know, I thought that I could make a business and a lifestyle and marry those two together, right? And what I realized was I had to start over from scratch. There were still sacrifices that had to be made, but I wasn't going to work 80 hours a week in front of the computer until my eyes bled. You know, that is something I knew I had to get out of, even if it was a company that I created myself. So I left that company and redefined what was truly important to me. I still know I have to work. I mean, there's no way to get around work, right? You have to work hard. You have to be committed. But the time and the activities that you do within that time are what really matters. So I'll give you an example. You know, what takes, let's say there's an attorney. He bills at $1,000 an hour, right? Well, what's the difference between the activities that, well, the difference between an attorney that bills at $1,000 an hour or a graphic designer that charges $25 an hour? The only thing that's different is the activities that they do, right? Is the actual like work. They're still putting in the same amount of work. The only difference is the activities. So I had to really break down and look at, well, what activities am I doing that are yielding me results? And what are the ones that aren't yielding me the results that I need, that I'm just wasting time doing? So when you break down your actual activities and look at those things, it makes a huge difference in your decision-making process moving forward.